Hey everyone, welcome back to Elm Creek for another mod minute or so. We're taking a look today at a John Deere 8000 series tractor that was recently released by Dince Modding, D-I-N-C-E, Dince. Not real sure. One thing I am sure about, this thing is a beauty. They've done a really nice job with this mod. What makes it super nice too is it's you can do EU specs, you can do US spec, Aussie spec. But before we get too much further into it, let's take a look at it in the store. So here's our John Deere 8020 series, 230 to 335 horsepower, power shift transmission, top speed of 24 miles an hour. Let's take a look at some of the configurations. So it starts with the 8120 series, 230 horse. 8220 is 255 horse. 8320 is 290 horse. 8420 is 315 horse. The 8520 is 335 horse. Then we have some wheel brands to go through. We've got Trelleborg, BKT, we've got Midas, Continentals, Vridestein, and my favorite, personal favorite, Michelin's. There are some slight different variations in what's available through each of the tire brands, but I'm just going to go through them real quick. So for Trelleborg, you've got standards, standard twos. You can kind of see a little bit of a difference there in the front tire setup. You can add some wheel weights. Wheel weights too, again, changes that front tire setup and adds some weights there. Wide with wheel weights. Rear twins, very sharp. Twins all around. The narrows with hubs. And rear narrow twins. And narrow twins all around. Oh boy, 36-inch wide twin narrows, so a little bit wider gap here, depending on your crop spacing, I would assume. Twin wheels 2, and back to standard. Let's take a look at the BKTs, a lot of people's favorites. BKT tires, very nice standards. A couple more offerings in the BKTs. Got some wides, wheel weights, wide with wheel weights. You've got twin back wheel weights, twin back tires with weights, twin wheels with weights all around, narrows without the hubs sticking out, narrow plus hubs, twin back narrows with weights, twin narrow wheels all around with weights, triple narrows in the back, very cool, 36-inch narrow with hubs, 36-inch twin narrows, so 36-inch gap, narrows, twins all around with weights. That's getting to be a mouthful. Back to standard. We're going to go ahead and skip to, well, here, we'll go through Midas real quick. Wheel weights, rear twins, narrows, narrow hubs, narrow weights, twin back narrow weights, twin narrow wheels, triple narrows with weights, 36-inch hubs, 36-inch twin narrows with weights, twins all around, wheel weights, and I think I have been through, yep, we've been through them all for Midas. Let's go to Continentals. Start off with standard, wide wheels, wheel weights, wide wheels with weights, rear twin wheels, twins all around, twin wheels with weights, back to standard, Vridestein, standard, wide wheels, wheel weights, wide wheels with weights, rear twins, twins all around, back to standard. And Michelin, we've got standards. We've got the wide wheels in the back of Michelin's. Look how it changes that stance on there. Very nice. Wheel weights, wide with wheel weights, wide 2 with wheel weights. So you get a little bit bigger floater tires there in the back. Twin wheels, big old monster. Wide twin wheels with weights. Twin wheels 2, and back to standard. I think that pretty much covers the wheels. Design, you've got EU1. And at first I was kind of struggling to see, and I don't know that I've really picked it out. I think it's in something inside the cab when we go to EU2. Because I can see in this area here, it looks like maybe something changes with the shifter, but I don't see any other changes unless I am just missing it throughout here. I'm not real sure what else does change between EU1 and EU2. US, you get a badge. We'll go back there. You can see the badging in the front there. And the rear end does change as well on the US. You get a US style rear mount. We go to Aussie. Aussie kind of stays the same. I'm not sure if this is actually... I don't know. I feel like maybe that Aussie is supposed to be... I'm just not entirely sure what all is changing on these, and I have a feeling it's on the interior or something we don't necessarily see. Maybe it's something out of sight somewhere. Just not seeing it. Warning signs. Of course, you don't have to have any warning signs. You can have EU signs and those style EU signs. You can have the US unfolded signs or US folded, or no signs at all. GPS, this is just visual, not like the GPS mod, but so you get the GPS holder, Starfire, SF6000, and no, are nothing there. Front work lights, going to add some work lights up there, top of the windshield. Front fenders, got a couple different styles. Rear fenders, add kind of an extension onto the rear there. Side work lights, add some side work lights. Beacons with a steering knob. So right now we don't have either. You can add a left beacon. You can add just a steering knob. You can see the knob that was added right there to the steering wheel. You can have both options, left beacon and the steering knob, or neither, whichever one you want to choose. Front attacher gives you a bracket for weight bracket. Then you can add your weights to the front. You can add a 3-point if you like, or have nothing at all. And of course, an option for license plate. A couple other things to mention. The modder says that if you have a simple IC, or if you're downloading it from the in-game, from the Giants in-game mod hub, it's just called interactive controls. You can do a couple extra things with this bad boy. Listen to that sound too. Very, very nice sound. Let's turn that off one more time. Let's fire it up. Now these are unique sounds. This is not shared game sound. This is not taken from the in-game John Deere's. These apparently were recorded specifically for this. Yeah, I like that quite a bit actually. Now with the interactive controls installed, you can use your left mouse button to raise and lower the front suspension. But the one I like even more is the right mouse button. You can turn your seat. So very much like you would see on a farm, or real farmers when they're doing their field work, they'll have their seat, turned to the right so they can pay attention to their rear implement. And I really like that for a touch. I think that's a really, really nice touch to have. Very nicely well lit. Of course, hazards, left and right blinker. Pretty standard horn. Let's go in cab. Really, really nicely detailed. In fact, let's fire it up one more time. Turn the lights on. Of course, you're going to get the console illuminated. Very, very nice. Hazards, you get your hazard signals on your front dash there. Left turn, you can see the the shift lever being turned as well. Gas pedal and gear shifting all works. Reverse. Forward. It's got really, really nice interior sound as well. You can kind of hear that extra sound, you know, that sound of the, what I would assume to be probably the rear connector, kind of moving around a little bit, just that metal in the back, kind of clunking around. I love it. Did a really, really nice job on this mod, so take a look for yourself. I will include a link for the download down below. I'm also going to include a link for how I came across this mod through Facebook. It's not Dince Modding's Facebook page. It's actually a farming simulator mod page. I apologize, the name slips my mind, but I will have a link below. It's kind of a the site is just lists new mods that come out and kind of features new mods from around the community. And it's really an enjoyable Facebook group if you're interested in something like that. But I appreciate y'all checking out this really nice John Deere 8000 series with me. I am definitely going to be having it as part of my gameplay for sure. It's a winner. So take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me again. Make sure you take care of yourselves. More importantly, let's take care of each other, and I will see you real soon.